Hello and welcome to the World Builders Library. My name is Lewis Nichols, and we're going to talk a little bit about hostage taking in fantasy. This is not code for the S word. This is something similar, but definitely separate. This is the kind of thing you saw in Game of Thrones, where one noble family was raising the children of another noble family. This is the conclusion of a peace treaty where there was a conflict, and the winner has brought in population of the loser to discourage future rebellions, to discourage more hostility. This is something Rome did a lot of. They moved massive amounts of population around, and it was for this purpose, to diffuse local problems, to diffuse rebellions. It is to stifle resistance. That's the goal of hostage taking. It is not a good thing. On the scale of good and bad, it's bad. Moving people, it splits up families. The actual migration is probably not going to be particularly financed. People are going to go hungry. People are going to suffer on the move. So why are we doing this? I'm doing it because it pertains to my Heston campaign setting. Recently, there's been a war. Heston conquered and annexed the Dareberg River Valley, at least part of it. They've captured the main city. Formerly Malice, it is now known as Aden. There were a lot of reasons for this. A lot of it was just greed. But it was also backed by a feeling of a manifest destiny, that the people of the Dareberg River Valley were culturally the same and they should all be under the same government. There was also a feeling that it was geographically the same and that it looked better on a map if they were all one government. There's also a religious movement involved. Now, here's the problem. Malice, now Aden, is a huge city. Population pretty much as big as the entire population of what we normally think of as the Heston Authority. It threatened to throw off the balance of power. So I'm doing this video because we're wanting to do a snapshot of the situation in Heston post-Umbra, where a lot of people have moved around because of the worldwide global disaster, and in their post-war situation where you have all this migration going on. The population of Heston has jumped 40%. That's a huge increase. There's tons of new housing. There's new faces everywhere. It's a huge urban challenge. A lot of the other towns in the London Vale have grown by as much as 20%. Now, there are anti-growth factions, so this isn't everywhere. Some places they are discouraged. In the year 1002, which is where we're heading campaign-wise, there's going to be a rare federal program. Heston has a very weak federal government, but this program is to encourage nobles to take new settlers, to take in these hostages. Federal funds that were acquired from the conquest of Aden are going to be used to move people into noble fiefs. They will use these funds and federal manpower to move up to 10% of new population. So if you have a farming fief with, say, 600 people in it, you can request that 60 hostages are brought to your area. What this means is that the London Vale is going to be growing quite a bit. That's going to lead to tension. It's going to lead to campaign opportunities. And that is the goal of world building, of any DM in the context of a campaign, is that we want to create a fun place for our characters, for our players to interact in. That's it. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I'm glad that you were here. Cheers.